Today I'm going to show you how to make seaweed salad at home, so let's get started with the ingredients. For the salad, I'm using 11 grams of dried seaweed, 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame seeds, 15 grams of scallions, and 100 grams of cucumber. The dressing is just 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar, a half tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a quarter teaspoon of grated ginger, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and chili pepper flakes to taste. By the way, I'm using a seaweed mix which includes wakame, konbu, green tsunomata, red tsunomata, and agar because they provide a huge variety of textures and colors, but you can make this with just a few or even one of these if that's all you can find. The first thing you'll want to do is rehydrate the seaweed with cold water. Different types can take different lengths of time, so be sure to check the package directions. Mine says 10 minutes. Next, I'm gonna thinly slice the cucumber. I'm using a mandolin to make this easy, but of course you can just do this with a knife. This is a Japanese cucumber, but any thin-skinned cucumber without any seeds like Lebanese or English cucumbers will work great. Once the cucumbers are sliced, sprinkle on a pinch of salt and toss everything together to coat each slice. Now we just need to let these rest for about 10 minutes. Finally, I'm gonna chop up some scallions. These are really thin Japanese scallions, but you can use chives or just split a thicker scallion into quarters lengthwise and then chop it up. Okay, let's move on to the dressing. I'm gonna start by grating a quarter teaspoon of peeled fresh ginger into a bowl. This is gonna add a nice zing to our dressing. Then I'm gonna add the rice vinegar, toasted sesame oil, soy sauce, sugar, salt, and chili flakes. Give this a stir until the salt and sugar have fully dissolved. Alright, it looks like our seaweed is ready, so I'm gonna gather some up with my hands. And then I'm gonna give it a nice squeeze. Be sure to do a good job squeezing out the excess water here, or your seaweed salad's gonna end up watery. Now I'm just gonna dump this into the bowl with the dressing. Alright, our cucumbers should also be ready, so I'm gonna give these a nice massage. This coaxes out a bunch of excess water from the cucumbers while giving them a nice crunchy texture, and you'll know they're good to go when they start turning translucent like this. Alright, these are looking good, so let's gather them up and squeeze out as much water as possible. Then I'm gonna add these to our homemade seaweed salad along with the toasted sesame seeds and chopped scallions. Then we just have to mix this all together. Alright, that's looking good, so let me show you how I like to serve this. To plate this up, I'm gonna lay down a few perilla leaves for an extra splash of green, and then I'm gonna mound on our homemade Japanese seaweed salad. I hope you enjoyed this and check out this playlist for more easy Japanese home cooking.